Week 33, Sunday. A reading from the Discourses of St. Augustine on the Psalms. We must not resist his first coming, and then we need not fear his second. Then shall all the trees of the wood sing for joy before the Lord, for he comes to judge the earth. First he came, and afterwards he will come again. On the first occasion, these words of his resounded in the gospel. And then you will see the Son of Man coming in clouds. What does the word "then" mean here? Surely the Lord will come in later days, when all the peoples of the earth shall beat their breasts. First he came in the person of his preachers, and he has filled the whole earth. We must not resist his first coming, and then we shall not have cause to dread his second coming. What then ought the Christian to do? He should make use of the world and not be its slave. What does that mean? That those who possess the world should act as though they did not. In the words of St. Paul, "Brethren, the appointed time has grown very short. From now on, let those who have wives live as though they had none, and those who mourn as though they were not mourning, and those who buy as though they had no goods, and those who deal with the world as though they had no dealings with it. For the form of this world is passing away." I want you to be free from anxieties. The man who is free from anxieties waits for the coming of his Lord without fear. What sort of love of Christ is it to be afraid of his coming? Brethren, are we not ashamed that we love him and yet fear his coming? Do we really love him, or do we love our sins more? We should hate our sins and love him who is going to come to punish our sins. He will come whether we like it or not. The fact that he has not come yet is no reason to think that he will not come. He will come, but when it will be, you do not know. If he finds you ready, it is no disadvantage that you do not know. And all the trees of the wood shall sing for joy. He came first, and afterwards he will come to judge the earth. Those who believed his first coming, he will find singing for joy that he comes. He will judge the world with righteousness and the peoples with his truth. What do righteousness and truth mean? He will gather together to himself his elect for judgment, but the rest he will separate apart. Some he will place on his right hand, some on his left. What is fairer, what is more right than that those who are unwilling to show mercy before the judge came should not look for mercy at his hand? But those who showed mercy will be judged with mercy. Those placed on his right hand will hear the words, "Come, O blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world." He gives them credit for works of mercy in the words, "I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink," and so on. Again, what guilt is ascribed to those placed on his left hand? They are accused of having been unwilling to show mercy. What will be their fate except to depart into eternal fire? That dread sentence will cause great wailing. But what do you read in another psalm? The righteous will be remembered forever. He will not be afraid of evil tidings. Evil tidings here means, "Depart from me into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. The man who rejoices in good tidings will not be afraid of evil tidings, that is, justice and right. Because you are unjust, shall the judge not be just? Because you are a liar, shall not the truth speak the truth? If you want to find the judge merciful, be merciful yourself before he comes. Forgive if anyone offends against you. Give from your riches. From whose riches do you give except from his? If you gave from your own riches, it would be bounty. But if you give from his, it is only a repayment. For what have you that you did not receive? The most pleasing sacrifices to God are mercy, humility, confession, peace, love. If we bring these to God, then we shall await without fear the coming of the Judge, who will judge the world with righteousness and the peoples with his truth.